why you, yes, you, specifically, would not survive a nuclear apocalypse. Just dropped my bottle on the floor. Bit of lore for you.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Those idiots always forget the lamb sauce. Well, that sucks. Looks like you are in for another round of survival, but hey, at least the witch wasn't part of this one, right? Right, so let's see what you're made of. I'm gonna go narrate from a safe distance.
I'd
Good
survive.
luck.
I would survive.
All right, so first you're gonna need to assess any immediate damage and take stock of what you have. Or you could panic and make hasty decisions instead.
This is chaotic.
See what happens when you panic? Now, take a deep irradiated breath and just think for a second here. Judging by the fact that the nuclear plant is like right there, it's safe to say that you're well within the danger zone. Hope that cheaper house price is worth it. Your immediate and best move is to go back into your house and shelter in place since you know that there's at least some food and water there.
That's
Make
just
sure
instant
all of
death.
your windows and doors are sealed shut to keep out any unwanted
That close to the thing. That's instant death.
radiation and/or people. Desperate times create desperate people. Also, try to stay in the center of your house or bunker down in the basement. You might also want to take the time to contact those you care about. Oh wait, in this hypothetical scenario, you're a complete loner who doesn't have much in the ways of loved ones. Except your buddy Ron. But you never invite him over.
Why am I getting
Oh well,
attacked?
the less people you have in your life, the
Why
less
did you
you
say
have to
fuck
be
me
concerned
for?
about in an emergency situation. Who needs loved ones? Not you. Hypothetically, of course. Also, your phone has no signal thanks to extreme network congestion and plot convenient factors. They never work when you need them to. Speaking of people,
convenient.
be glad you're not out in that traffic jam. They're about to learn a thing or two about nuclear fallout. See, when a nuclear source detonates, that explosion will
I love
vaporize
watching
and
a
launch a
nuke go
bunch of
off.
stinky radioactive material out over yonder. Fallout can come in many flavors, ranging from small sand-like particles to large heavy debris and even a mediocre franchise. Either way, this
okay. I have beef. I have immediate beef. Immediate beef with the guy that made this video. I don't even care. I don't even care. Mediocre franchise. Fallout 3 is one of the best games of all time. Fallout New Vegas is also one of the best games of all time. Fallout 4 got hate, but it's a goated game. The rest I haven't played. Can't speak on them. But no. That is an unacceptable roast of my beloved Fallout. And honestly, one of the few game adaptations that actually is fairly decent.
stuff is deadly. Any form of contact will likely result in radiation burns. What's radiation? It's just traveling energy. Heat from the sun? Radiation. Wi-Fi? Radiation. Your buddy Raymond from Japan? Radiation. These examples, though, are...
that was out of pocket. That was out of pocket. That caught me off guard. Okay, you won me back.
are considered low-energy radiation, also known as non-ionizing radiation, meaning that they aren't strong enough to cause any physical harm, except Ray. Nuclear radiation, however, can, and it will. You can think of high-energy or ionizing radiation as a bunch of itty-bitty fists just penetrating your soft, vulnerable body and beating the ever-loving crap out of your internal molecules, particularly your DNA. Now here's a lesson
Sounds better than nuclear apocalypse, I'll tell you that.
for you.
Oh, he's rapping?
Your DNA is your genetic information, passed on to you through many generations. Your mom, your dad, your grandparents too. Some from Emo Mary and the balls of Grandpa Lou.
What else?
Looking like a ladder with a big old twist. It's
good to
pretty
know.
complicated, but you'll get the gist.
Damn.
All these little rungs determine all your bits. Brown eyes, quick wits, thick thighs or nice tits. Are you breathing without heaving? Maybe blinking without thinking? Then thank your DNA for all the heavy lifting. Adenine for A, cytosine for C. Guanine is your G and thymine is your T. With the C to the G and the T to the A is what keeps you alive at the end of the day. Now, if this rhyme made your dopamine spike, then hit that subscribe or at least give a like.
Sheesh.
Thank you. Anyway, if you leave yourself unprotected, then all of that high
This is
energy
all over the
radiation
place.
comes in and just gives your
This is all over the place. I am loving it.
DNA a what for? Severing them critical bonds and altering your genetic code, which will more or less lead to developmental issues and cancer down the road. One positive about
fuck
nuclear
cancer.
fallout is that its radioactivity decays very fast. According to the US Department of Health and Human Services, within the first 7 hours, the fallout has already lost 90% of its dose rate of radiation. If you wait a full 48 hours, that increases to 99%. Sure,
Honestly, accurate graph of my dog's farts, to be honest. Accurate graph. Real to life.
I wouldn't advise making dust angels in it, but it's better than what happened to those
Little
traffic
ad-libs,
jam people.
You know. Yeah, it is. Jeez.
Poor souls. The point is, patience and planning will get you through this. Ooh, looks like you got company.
Yo, dude, it's Rod. Open up.
The mysterious voice at the door, as he just identified himself, is Ron. He's your best and only friend going on 4 years now ever since you both wore that same shirt at that one bar at that one time. Bro.
Average male bonding experience.
Guy friendships are that simple. Now, Ron, he's always had this weird obsession with end-of-the-world scenarios like this, so I'm sure he will use this situation as a big ol' I told you so. I told you so. See? Of course, I had to invite myself over, but dude, we gotta get a move on. Don't worry, I know what to do. I've sunk so many hours into Atomfall. Okay, sure, yeah, I'll just grab... Wait, what's Atomfall? I'm glad you asked. Atomfall is a brand new single-player first-person action survival game developed by Rebellion. You know, the studio behind Sniper Elite and Zombie Army. Oh, I love those games. Exactly. The game launched on March 27, 2025 and is now available across all these platforms.
Sorry. I've clicked on a video about a guy telling me why I wouldn't survive a nuke. He has roasted one of my favorite games of all time. About two of them, because they were both in there, right? He won me back with a goated out-of-pocket joke. Hit me with a hard-ass educational rap into one of the most smooth transition to a sponsor I've ever seen. This video is just pure chaos, and I am here for it. I'm here for it.
Even day one on Xbox Game Pass. That was yesterday. Why do you sound like an advertisement?
Honestly, it's a roller coaster ride, Vicky.
This is an advertisement. Set in an alternate 1962, 5 years after the Windscale fire, one of the worst nuclear disasters in British history, Atomfall drops you into a quarantine zone in the Lake District of Northern England. So how is this helping us? Cause dude, just like us, you could choose your own playstyle. I mean, we might have to fight people, sneak through dark ruins, learn how to scavenge and craft.
Right, I want you to know, I've lied to you
into
in
a
way.
quarantine zone in the Lake District of Northern England.
I've lied to you. I said,
cause dude, just like us, you could choose your
good game, right? I said good game. Now, this is where I got to in the game. This is 10 minutes from the beginning of the game. That was 4 months ago. So I have lied to you. I don't know if it's a good game. From my limited experience of it, it was a good game for 10 minutes. And then I think I got distracted by, like, a dog fart or something. I don't know.
Your own playstyle. I mean, we might have to fight people, sneak through dark ruins, learn how to scavenge, and craft our way to survive. Yeah, fair point. We will be on a quest for survival.
Yeah, rare for me, Voki.
Don't use that word. In Atomfall, there is no traditional quest system. You're not some little errand boy fetching stuff for some tooth fairy allowance. You're just a survivor who needs to use charm or coercion to branch the story out.
Oh, I think we can manage that.
Just be careful who you trust. They might lead you to a dead end, or you could be theirs. Just remember, your actions have consequences. Why would you kill a shopkeeper? I'm not going to do that. So just like in Atomfall, we're going to have to carve
a dead shopkeeper means free items.
Our own story to get to the ending we want. Survival. And you can too by using the link below to start playing Atomfall today. Can we go now? Yeah, let's go.
This guy deserves all of the
It's
subs.
been a few weeks with Ron, and things are going pretty well. Luckily, with like 3/4 of the population dying in gridlock, resources are still pretty plentiful. You've both managed to hunker down in a grocery store, which is conveniently constructed next to a home improvement facility. That's pretty neat. But let's face it, humans are opportunists. So if there's chaos and confusion, people will take advantage. Sure, some looting and stuff happened, but oddly enough, the majority of things taken were TVs and shoes.
Wait,
that's lucky.
Did they? What? Is that actually like from a time? Did they go and just get crisps? Of all the things in the store, they went in, got a big bag of Doritos, and called it a day. Like. What? I would just get some good, get a lot of stuff. If you're gonna do it, get a lot of stuff.
And stuff happened, but oddly enough, the majority of things taken were TVs and shoes. And that's lucky for you, since those things are, as far as I know,
well, Doritos are the bomb.
Sure, you'd figure that the government might have helped out by now, but When the emergency
it's the Blue
services
House.
budget has been diverted to researching the long-term effects of Asmongold political commentary, there's not much for wiggle room.
Yeah, this is going to keep getting worse.
As for food,
That's my
you want to
goblin king right
prioritize
there.
anything that is sealed, especially with high water content, as they are the least likely to be affected by radiation since radiation can't swim. Things like canned meats, canned vegetables, and oh no way, they even have...
Canned bread.
Since this grocery store has backup generators, refrigerated and frozen foods are still on the
I
menu.
reckon Asmongold
if you can
would
figure out a
survive.
way to safely cook them, of
That
course.
house has got to be somewhat radioactive.
Uh-oh. Looks like the store manager isn't too happy about you fingering his foods.
You'll have to pay for that, you know.
Time for a choice.
Dad joke. Dad joke.
What's a plumber's favorite drug? Huh? Crack. You said you weren't gonna... I lied. Ron, do you think we're gonna make it out of here? Of course, dude. Why do you ask? I just think we should be making progress away from here, away from all of this chaos and this radiation. I mean, sure, but it's all radioactive out there. Actually, all the radiation is being
Well, I
blown
stink.
northwest of here. As long as you keep to the southeast for a few hundred miles, you should
This
be
guy
good.
is an avid
So why
RuneScape
haven't you
enjoyer,
left?
and I love
Do
it.
you really care? No. Well, you probably want radiation suits like these ones just in case, though. But these are for me and my son here.
Who steals Cheetos in a disaster?
Can we have those? Hell no.
When you want to
Please?
microdose the radiation, that's a good choice.
Okay, nice work. You've managed to figure out a way to safety, but you can't go unprepared. You're gonna need to find some equipment for the journey ahead. You shimmy your way over to the hardware place next door to look for supplies. With some luck, you're able to find some cloth, 3 logs, and a rope. With some elbow grease and a bit of know-how, you're able to craft these into something
They
useful.
deserved it,
That
Ants.
should work.
That's
You also
crazy.
grab a sweet axe as a precaution, placing all of the items in your back pocket to save precious time on animation. You ready to go, Ron? Let's do it.
Ron's the ride or die we all deserve.
Oh, that needs some WD-40. Yep.
Just like my mic.
You traverse through the remnants of the town and make your way towards the southeast. On your way, you pass by dozens of poor unfortunate souls who have succumbed to the effects of radiation poisoning. This stuff is not fun in the slightest. If your unprotected body gets absolutely assaulted by ionizing radiation, you're in for a world of hurt. Literally. I'm sure you're familiar with the famous Chernobyl nuclear disaster in 1986.
Yeah, I might have
the
heard of it.
firefighters and operators during that event learned very quickly that death can be an invisible beast. After generous exposure to radiation emanating
few
from
bells.
the nuclear plant's reactor core, these men endured unfathomable pain and suffering for weeks. Immediate symptoms included radiation burns, intense nausea and vomiting, headaches, and diarrhea. Those that could be were rushed to the Pripyat hospital,
sound is
where they
wild.
had to be stripped of their contaminated clothes that continued to bombard their bodies.
Why would they not just put them out of their misery? Like, I don't get this. It's always the story from like heavy, lethal, like radiation doses where they go, they were in the worst imaginable pain, the horrors untold or seen before. They're melting from the inside out, and it's like put them out of their misery. Stop watching it happen. Just finish it. Why? Why is it always, oh yeah, they were in agony, so they were killed or euthanized? Why?
With radiation, even while being miles from the original source. Those clothes were abandoned in the hospital's basement and are still down there emitting levels of radiation to this day, albeit not nearly as dangerous. Over the following weeks, these...
Did you hear about the mushrooms that are feeding off the radiation? Like the fungus that's feeding off of the radiation in like the core, and it's like glowing green because of it? I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think we should have radioactive mushrooms. I've seen The Last of Us, and that doesn't have radiation. I have seen Fallout, and I've seen what things happen with it. I don't like the marriage of the two genres there.
men's bodies severely deteriorated, forming painful burns and bleeding blisters with extreme hair loss and a constant state of confusion and dizziness. In the end, 28 firefighters who responded to the Chernobyl disaster
that a
died
pelvis?
of acute radiation syndrome. But there's nothing cute about
Oh,
being
no, it's a mushroom
turned into
cloud.
a human hemorrhoid. Now, luckily, you're past the point of this being a problem for you. It's probably best if you trail off from the beaten path. After all, you never know if any of the other survivors you encounter will be friend or foe. You trek through the woods for a few days, living off of various non-perishables and bottled water from your convenient off-screen inventory. But supplies are starting to run a bit low, and you think you might need to start foraging. But hold on. Remember that nuclear contamination can spread far beyond the original site, even if it isn't directly downwind. So animals, plants, and water sources can still be contaminated. So unless you carry a reverse osmosis filtration plant between your cheeks, you're SOL. Looks like you need to search elsewhere for food and water. But it also looks like Ron is about to be in danger. Oh, look at this little fella. You gotta come over here and take a look at this little powder puff. He's so dang cute. Ron? What? Oh, shit. There! A cave! Bears hate caves! Good enough for me. You might want to hurry up a bit. We made it. You okay, Ron? Ron?
Oh. Ron!
Are you okay? You take the time to mourn the loss of your fallen friend, but the solemn silence is broken by a noise deeper in the cave. You even notice some light and are determined to investigate.
I love and hate this video.
Now, under normal circumstances, you really shouldn't be wandering willy-nilly into a cave like this. It's a surefire way to end up trapped or wedged in some narrow cave system dubbed Satan's Prolapse. But there is an angry bear outside that just murdered your friend, so this might be a better alternative. Let's see what lies ahead.
Satan's Prolapse or bear?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, harmonizing monsters.
I hate cultists. Well, that was certainly a choice. Looks like you're the new owner of a weird little worshipping cave. Probably some sweet loot here. You scavenge and swipe what you can. Some food, materials, but something else catches your eye. Well, that's definitely magical, but certainly evil. And there's an inscription underneath. Survival you have learned, so now you must return. Just flip me thrice, but some advice, that witch will need to burn. Are you really gonna trust some evil artifact you just found in a cultist's cave?
The world ends one time, we go into the Dark Ages, and it's back to burning witches.
I'm back. Hey, Cityville Nuclear Power Plant? We have a witch problem. No, this isn't a prank. Hey, Ron, do you want to come over?
Where's the lamb sauce?
Well, that was fun, right? If you want to try your hand at survival, use my links below to play Atomfall on any of these platforms today. Are you going to be a pacifist or a menace to a
That was good. That was a good one. That was ADHD in a bloody video, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Chat history. That's getting a subscribe right there. That was a banger. That was all over the place, and I absolutely loved it. If you made it this far, to right the wrongs of the video, say that Fallout is actually a good series. Thank you.